Nick Leitner here with Meta Canine Academy Dog Training, Orange County's #1 family dog specialist. Here we have Tiger. He is a 7-month-old German Shepherd, very reactive to people and dogs, heavily under-socialized. I believe they got him under a month old, which is not good for raising a dog. But he is a sweet boy, very, very nice. He just gets overly aroused around people and dogs and just doesn't have social skills. Lots of movement, lots of 180s, lots of fishing. These are training terms I'm sure you can Google, or if you book a session, I'll be able to teach you and turn you into a trainer for your pup. But with reactive dogs, you got to be on your toes. You got to be moving, and you got to be fighting for their focus on a regular basis. Little correction right here. So I watched his head. I knew he was going to get fixated on that person. Timing is everything. And it's very, very important. You're breaking that wind up before it happens. If they get deep into the adrenal response, just let it go. If it's an ugly scene in public, move on. It's okay. Everyone has dogs, and if they don't, it's none of your business. So some will understand and some won't. But either way, just love your dog, stay connected to them, and help them through these tough times where they just don't know what they're doing. Because think about it, it'd be perfectly acceptable in the dog world, but their dog's trying to live in a human world, and we have to teach them. Little correction there. So he's getting very aroused. I'm getting a little bit of eye contact. And if you notice, a lot of this eye contact comes after a correction or pressure from my body or the leash. And then he gets fixated again. So food helps with focus too, but the problem is food loses its efficacy around distractions. So you want to have a compound equation of food and training tools and know-how. This is my dog Santina, one of them, Italian Mastiff. Getting Tiger desensitized to other dogs and people at the park. He actually did very well right here. There's a couple times where I had to break them up when they were playing, as Tiger just doesn't know how to play, and so he just gets very excited and then starts doing what I call like nervous nibbles, where he's like almost biting but not really. He just is kind of frantic and doesn't know what he's doing. But high energy, high arousal can lead to dangerous situations, and you want to break that up. There's no reason to give it a chance to bloom into something dangerous.
Good. Tiger. Tiger.
Good boys. Feeding from the eyes, all right? So I'm not feeding from my hip pouch because I don't want to bring Tiger's eyes there. I want to bring his eyes to my face. So little things like that, the subtleties of training, or at least my training. I put Santino on place, which is any elevated object with a clearly defined boundary. So here's one of my other dogs, Luca, another Italian Mastiff. I'm working out front of a dog park.
Good.
So this
Luca,
is a great
sit.
thing to do if you have any dogs at home, but specifically reactive dogs or young puppies. Now going into a dog park, although I generally advise against it, if you have a dog that is on a path to being very reactive, then you got to weigh the risk versus reward. So it's like, yes, there is a risk of dog fights at the dog park, but I say you go once a week. Okay, so it's pretty low risk, and if it happens, and you do your best to manage it. But if you have a dog that's on a path to being dangerous, he's going to be like that his whole life. So you guys got to figure that out at home. I can go either way, but it takes a lot of management if you're at the dog park, and I don't recommend doing it more than once a week, even once every other week. Shaping up off-leash stuff. Tiger was with us for 4 weeks, so when he graduated our training program, the senior program, he was off-leash trained. Teaching the client how to perform a heel, dog walking at attention on the left-hand side. This is a business partner, an amazing trainer, Jada, and her dog Henny. He is a street dog who is very reactive, and like I said, reactivity is a lifelong battle. Okay, so he still has his moments, but overall, I mean, you can see he's amazing. It's 2 reactive dogs walking together. If you notice right here, Tiger's off leash. So you teach your dogs manners, what they can and can't do. They don't inherently know this, so it's our job to teach them.